When was your very first track meet?
My very first track meet was I think it was at Woodward Academy. Do you know where that is? It's in Atlanta. It's Woodward Academy. It's like a private school. Yeah, it's a private school. So that was my first race. I won the 300 hurdles, the 100 hurdles, and the triple jump. Okay.
Do you have any brothers or sisters besides the other sports?
I have one brother. He's 25. He played football at Albany State University. He just graduated from this year. So Albany, Golden Rams in the house. So I have another brother. Let's see, I'm 20. He's 21. He's 20, and he plays basketball at Columbia University in New York. So he's playing basketball for them right now. And I also have a younger sister. She's 13, and she plays volleyball. So everybody's an athlete. Okay.
Do you know any best ways that was really fun?
You know what my mom was? She said she ran track. She went to high school with this lady. She won the Olympics, Gwen Torrance. So she went to high school with Gwen Torrance. But my mom was a dancer. She did majorette. She was in the band. She had a very good personality. So that's kind of how I learned from athleticism and personality. I got that from my mom.
What is your favorite event?
My favorite event in track or in track? Well, the hurdles is my favorite event, but my other favorite event outside of track might have to be, I'll say the women's 400. I like the 400 for sure. You know, 1 or 2. How does that make you? Right here. How does it make you feel? Makes you angry. All right. Right here. Makes you feel sad our community is turning out like this. And let's do one more right here in these charts. Worried. Well, I actually lost my dad to gun violence when I was 12 years old. My dad, his life was taken while he was at work, you know, and that was definitely devastating for me to lose my dad. You know, I never got over it. I'm still not over it right now. And when I went to Virginia Tech, my freshman year, there was a massacre and a guy came and he killed a lot of people on campus as well while I was, you know, at school. So I just wanted to tell you all, even after my race, I spoke up about gun violence because it was something that happened to me. And just like the young lady said, you know, just how our community, it makes her sad about our community, it makes you worried. So it's just up to you all. You young people, you all are in charge. You know, you all have the right to write letters to our president and write letters to our community leaders and reach out to your teachers and your parents and just say, hey, what can I do to share my voice? You know, because you all do have a voice. And when I did my interview after my race, I used my platform to express how I felt because I know how it feels sometimes. My dad never watched me run a race. You know, he never watched me run track at all. So I know in my heart how it feels to lose somebody that you love to gun violence. So I just want you all to know that it's hard. Sometimes it's hard being a leader. You know, it's hard expressing yourself because you're thinking, well, what are people going to say if I say, well, I lost a parent or I lost somebody I love? Even when I mentioned gun violence in my interview, in the back of my mind, I was like, well, I wonder what people are going to say or I wonder what people are going to think. But, you know, it was on my heart to say that. So I just want you all to know that no matter what, if you're a leader and you have something positive to say, no matter if you want to write a letter, if you have access to the internet, if your parents let you use Facebook, or you don't have to go out and, you know, do anything crazy, of course, but you could just say how it makes you feel. Talk with your friends about it and just be positive. You know, be positive. It's not something to be negative and just cause more trouble or drama, but you all, the future is in your hands. So you all are the next President Obamas, you're the next LeBron James, you're the next Serena Williams, you're the next Colin Powell, you're the next leaders of America, and you all have to start thinking that way right now.
All right, so what we're going to do flags, and she's going to give away some Olympic pins. We're going to go to the gym, and you guys are going to race, okay? Yeah.
Are y'all excited? Who's the fastest in the class? Fastest in the class. Okay. As you all can see, my excitement started after the race. So I'm just really blessed and really just happy and excited to be here. A little bit about myself. I am from Atlanta. I lived in Decatur for 10 years, and then, we moved to Douglasville after that. So I went to middle and high school in Douglasville. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with that area, but it's by like Six Flags area. But my mom definitely still kept us involved in all areas. We went everywhere. We did everything. So just with running, just a little background for you all. I started running from PE. How many people participate in PE? Oh, good. This is a good active group. Everybody's dressing out in PE. So I used to just go to field day. I love field day. I would always participate in field day, but I did cheerleading first. Cheerleading, I love cheerleading. I love to really tumble, flip. That's what I did. So I just love cheerleading. And through field day, I used to just run so fast, beat everybody at field day. I was always winning. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do track. Maybe I'll go out there and do track. So once I started doing track, I could have done the 100, 200, high jump, triple jump, long jump. It's so, as you all know, it's so many events in track. But I was like, you know what? I want to be different. I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I don't want to do what all the other girls are doing. So I'm going to do the hurdles. So it's funny because the first time I went, very first race I ran in high school, I ran the 300 hurdles, and I actually fell down. I fell down in my first race, but I was so far ahead, I actually got up and I still won the race. So when I got up and I still won that race, I was like, you know what, this may be for me. Like, this might be my thing. So I made it to the state championship as a freshman. First time going to the state championship, first person in my school to ever make it to a state championship, so I was really excited about that. But I came in 6th place and 7th place. 6th place in the 100 hurdles, 7th place in the 300 hurdles. And I just remember telling my coach, I was like, I'm never coming in 6th or 7th place again. Not that there's anything wrong with coming in 6th or 7th place, but I just set a goal for myself that I would win from then on, and I went to win the next 4 state championships. 3 in the 100 hurdles and 1 in the 3 in the 100 hurdles and 1 in the 300 hurdles. So went on to sign a scholarship. I signed a scholarship to Virginia Tech, and that was a really good experience for me. How many people in here are interested in going to college? Who wants to go to college? Okay, so everybody, that's great, and just if you want to go to college, even if you don't want to go to college, just find what you want to do. Find what you're passionate about. And even when you go to college, whether you're in sports or you want to be a teacher or a doctor or a lawyer, anything that you want to be, just make sure that you're passionate about it. Because somebody in high school sent me a link just the other day, and it was like, what do you want to be doing 10 years from now? And I didn't think anything of it. It's 10 years from now since I did this, and I said, I'm going to be in the Olympics and win a gold medal. So it was so amazing that actually came up, because again, that was something that I didn't remember, but I put that in the atmosphere and it manifested. It came true. So it's just really exciting for me. I know y'all watched the video, and I tried out for 2 other Olympic teams. The first Olympic team I tried out for was when I was at Virginia Tech, my freshman year. I was only 18 years old, so I'm like, okay, let's try out for the Olympics. Didn't make it to the final. In the next Olympics I tried out for in 2012, I had the fastest time in America I ran that time 10 days before the Olympic trials, but I strained my hamstring before that. So when I got to the trials, I was hurt. I made it through the first round, made it through the second round, but didn't make it to the final, so I was pretty devastated. So they asked me going into this Olympic trials, well, how did I feel? Did I still have a chip on my shoulder? But I told them I already knew I was going to make this Olympic team. I put in the work. I was healthy. This was the first time I went into the Olympic trials, and I was really healthy, and I was ready to go, and I did it. I did it. And there was a lot of obstacles. There were a lot of people who told me no, a lot of people who didn't believe that I was going to make the Olympic team just because in the previous years I maybe had a few setbacks or not really, but I've always been one of the best athletes in the world, and I have a lot of friends, football players, basketball players. I've been to the Super Bowl, I've met Cam Newton, I've met Roddy White. All of these guys, all of these people are my personal friends, are in my personal network. So I knew if they could do it, I could do the same thing. So I really use that to just motivate myself and always set goals, because I always tell young people that it's easy to do the right thing. When you do the wrong thing, you have to go out and seek, and you have to go out and find the wrong things to do. If you stand at home, if you're studying, it's nothing wrong with dancing. It's nothing wrong with going to parties. I've been to parties. I had a good time. We knew all the dances. We had all the J's and shoes. We had all of that stuff. But we did the right things with those. And I'll be the first one to tell you all, I'm real. I'll try to tell y'all the truth all the time. And most of these athletes that you see with these nice things and nice cars and big dreams, they did the right thing. They put in the work. They sacrificed. They did the right things. They were here doing great things just like you all, participating, sitting in the front, respecting their parents, respecting their teachers, being very excited. They were all doing those things. So you all are in a great place doing some amazing things. So I definitely just want to open up the floor for some questions. I'm a questions type of girl. So if you could just put your hand in the air and if we could ask some questions, maybe I could tell you a little bit more about myself. Okay, right here. How am I that fast? Well, I was born fast, I guess, God, he just made me fast. But right now, I train about 5 to 6 hours every day. So when I get up in the morning, I eat breakfast, I take my multivitamins, so when I go to the track, and I spend about 3.5 hours every day on the track practicing, running, jumping, push-ups, sit-up, doing all of those types of things on the track. And then I'll go to the gym in the weight room, and I normally lift weights for about 1.5 hours. So it's normally about 5 hours a day of physical activity where I'm sweating, I'm working hard, and I'm pushing myself. And that's what continues to make me that fast.